Ducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
They just go with the flow. It's the Herschy and Keegs Show.
Welcome to Herschy and the Keegs Show, starring pitcher Mark Hirschman and his personal catcher, Mike Keegan. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live from the Governor's Comedy Club radio studio. Thanks so much for listening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday night. Welcome to the Herschy and the Keegs Show. It is that show that warms you from your hips to your nips and your backs to your sacks. Let's have some fun tonight. I think it's going to be a good one.
I mean, with that beginning, how could it not be a good one?
Seriously.
My hips, my nips, my sack, everything is feeling terrific today.
I noticed that. We're both wearing vests today, too.
I don't know. I wasn't going to wear a vest, and I left the house. It was a little chilly, so I grabbed it, and it warmed up my nips a little bit. My hips are a little bit covered up, so I'm feeling pretty damn good.
I like it. I think this should be the new thing, like the Vest Boys.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Rename the show to the Vestibule.
Oh, I think that's really great. I think that's going to really take us to superstardom.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's going to do it.
Yeah.
That'll be like our theme.
What's going on, buddy boy?
Not too much. How you been, man?
I heard you were in the Funny Bone this weekend in Connecticut. How'd you pull that off?
10 years of hard work.
I'm going to say, whose balls you have to stroke to do that with that room?
Ray Goots.
Oh, the old Gootsmeister,
the old Goots, the good guy.
Wow, Goots is the best.
Once a month he does Sunday Night Goots at the Funny Bone in Hartford, Connecticut.
Wow, you had some Goots time, huh?
And somebody canceled, so they asked me to come out there.
So who was on that show? It was you and the Gootster?
It was me and the Gootster. Andrew Lee featured, a young Chinaman.
No, we don't say that. We just say he was a young Asian man and a very funny comic is what we say. We're gonna clean this shit up, okay?
Very funny Korean comic.
God damn it. If I get one more comment that Keegan's a racist, I'm gonna...
Hey, well, we have Gino Bisconti on later, so makes me look like a...
So Andrew Lee was funny.
Oh, dude, he killed. He is super funny. Goots did great. He killed. And Johnny McDonald hosted.
Long Islander Johnny McDonald.
Yeah. And awesome. He hosted the hell out of the show. Yeah. We had a great little crowd there for a Sunday night, and we had some fun. But literally somebody canceled, so Goots was like, "Hey, can you?"
No, but you were there Sunday, but you were at Moriarty's in Yonkers with Peter Herschy on Friday.
That was Friday night. That was a wild one.
And I'm assuming that was lit, as the kids say.
It was absolutely lit.
Yeah.
It was. Peter Herschy was there. It was flaming. I would say.
Right. Okay. Now, I saw a comment somewhere on Facebook. Was it true that you had a pajama party at Peter Herschy's after?
There was an after hours pajama party at Peter Herschy's.
Did you shack up at Peter's house?
I actually didn't go. I was invited to it though.
Why wouldn't you go to that? That would be the.
I was so tired. I had the longest shitty day on Friday.
I know.
I had such a long day that I turned down a gay pajama cocaine party.
Wow.
And, that's how long my day was. I mean,
who was that? So it was Peter Hersch.
It was great. We had a great lineup. It was me, Peter Hersch. I hosted the show. Peter Hersch.
Yep.
We had Pat O'Rourke. We had Richie Byrne close the show out strong. We
so
had
all gay
Dennis,
show.
It was an all gay show. Okay. It was an all gay Irish show. That's what it was.
Wait, Rooney was on it too?
Dennis Rooney was on it.
Son of a gun.
Jay Nog was on it.
Wow.
We had a great one. And we had such a great one that they invited us back there May 12th.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be May 12th back at Moriarty's.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. My buddy Tim Saliani, who's sitting right next to me, he's going to be on it.
Okay. All right, Timmy. Good.
And Terry McNeely's going to headline that.
Wow, that's going to be a powerhouse show.
So another gay Irish show.
That's going to be terrific.
Peter Hersch will be back, and literally Peter Hersch was leaving, and he was pretty hammered out of his mind.
Yeah.
And he's like after hours at my house, and I have some. I'm like, oh boy.
I don't know if my hunch is he might not want you saying that.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, it's okay.
No, he has some Flonase.
Yeah, that's right. He had his
allergy. I was
congested. Deviated septum issues. Exactly. Yeah. Well, you had that too, actually. So, yeah. I want to know who went back to the Peter Hersch party.
There was a young Puerto Rican gay man.
No, he was a gay Latino. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll keep on correcting you. Keep on going.
And I think that was it. He was with a.
No, was O'Rourke and Richie Byrne back?
They didn't go. Surprisingly.
No, for free booze, I would think.
I know, right? Exactly.
Richie would go anywhere.
Well, speaking of free booze, I walk into Moriarty's, and the guy that owns the place, Pete Cummins, great guy.
Yeah.
Irish right off
what
the
boat. What a perfect last name for the night.
I know, right? Exactly. Mm-hmm. Pete Cummins and Mike Cummins and Richie Cummins.
Right.
And we're all Cummins.
Yeah.
Richie Cummins, that's Dick Cummins.
Dick Cummins. Everybody was Cummins all over the place.
Turn his mic off.
Come on, you always encourage him.
Yeah. Just to laugh, not to talk.
So Pete Cummins, big Irish guy right off the boat. He's the owner.
Yeah.
Coolest guy. I walk in there. First thing he says, he goes, "What are you drinking?" And I go, I'm having a Jameson on the rocks.
Yeah.
He just puts up a bottle of Jameson and a bucket of ice. I'm
just like that.
Yeah. And he only has one eye. The owner of this bar. That's why he's calling it the Pirates Cove Comedy Club.
Right, because he's missing his cornea got poked out. Yeah.
So we asked him. We go to the owner Peters, and this is Moriarty's on McClellan Street in Yonkers.
Right, I know it well.
It's a great place.
Mm-hmm.
He had the most Irish answer to when we asked him how he lost his eye.
Yeah.
He goes, I got into a fight with the NYPD. I'm like, what the fuck? You got into a fight with the entire NYPD?
Oh, okay. And I thought you were going to say he lost it in a potato famine. That would have been the most Irish.
He's like, no, I took like half of them out, and then one guy stepped on my face, and my eye popped out.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Wow, okay.
But it was a wild show. We'll be back there May 12th, and it was just a long day. Carla had some surgery. She had her appendix removed that day.
Okay, maybe she didn't want that being talked about, possibly.
I don't care.
You just don't care. You have become such a turnaround. You were such a man for this show. You will just do anything.
Exactly.
You will feign racism for the past 9 months.
I need content.
You will... No, you're talking about... Carla's personal region. Is she okay? Because you know how I feel about Carla. We're very close. So is she doing okay?
She's doing fine.
Yeah.
You know, she had surgery 2 days ago. I'm like, what are you doing today? She's like, I'm at Costco with my mom. I'm like, Jesus Christ, they just ripped out a part of your organ.
Yeah.
And she's doing great. God bless Carla. Thoughts and prayers.
Love you, Carla. Thank God.
But like that was happening Friday. I had to drive her to the hospital. I had to get her there at 5 a.m.
Right.
Of course, I get to her house and I'll be ready in a couple minutes. And I'm the one that's freaking out. I'm like, you're the one that's getting surgery. I'm the one that's freaking out that you're going to be late.
Of course.
But of course, casual Carla.
Yeah.
We get there just in time, and I dropped her off. She had the surgery. Everything went great.
Thank God.
She's a great lady.
Yes.
And but like I had to drop her off at 5 a.m. and like you said, like people don't realize that you and I really have day jobs, even though we have this.
I know what
show.
It's like, does Jerry Seinfeld have a day job? Does Louis C.K. have a day job? The answer is no. So why would we have day jobs? But we do it because we're men of the people, and we want to make sure that we stay out there and stay relevant and get health insurance.
That's true. Exactly. There you go. So I worked all day. Halfway through my day, I get a call from Juliana's school nurse. Yep. She wasn't feeling well, so I had to pick her up. I had to leave work, pick her up, drop her off at her grandmother, go back to work. and then drive to the show in Yonkers at night, and I was just fucking exhausted. So I turned down a gay cocaine party.
You turn down a gay cocaine party for in exchange for being married with children, which you're not either one of. Yet, yet you somehow managed to go through the steps of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get the joy? You get the joy out of being married with children too, though,
yeah,
right?
But at the end of the day, I get to go home and sleep in my own bed.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know that. I know it from
And
the little
sleep
bean.
until
What do you
noon
call
on
her? The
Sundays.
bean, the bug, the spider, the Mexican jumping bean. What is her
I
nickname?
call her the little bean. Yeah.
The little bean. She actually, I can tell that she has fondness for you when I see you guys together.
Yeah.
She definitely has fondness for you.
Yeah.
I will say her mother, not as much though.
She likes me better than her mother likes me.
Just from what I've seen, there's not a lot there between you two.
Exactly.
You with her, but I don't think she's that fond of you.
No,
I think
not
it's you have a nice car, you do drive her, your parents are wonderful, she likes them a lot.
Yeah.
You are just kind of part of the arrangement.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. I'm like an ornament on.
You're an ornament. You're a big shiny Christmas tree ornament.
Christmas
Big red
tree.
ornament.
There you go.
But you're a good man. You're a good friend, and you've really you've been pushing the show. You've been texting me back. You've been acting like you care about me. You've been promoting TikToks and doing all the things that I've been literally begging you for 9 months to do. You've all
and
of a
then
sudden,
I act like this was all my idea.
Right, yeah.
Like you haven't been asking me to do this for the last
it's
11
really,
months.
I have to tell you, it's so invigorating though to to actually wake up and I'll go onto the TikTok page. I'm like, oh my God, he uploaded stuff and he uploaded stuff to Instagram because I would do that every day for 9 months. Like, nope, still the same 6 videos that I have up there with 37 hits.
And I even edited my own videos too. Like,
You're editing, you're putting in little subtitles and there's little animated figures and all this shit. And now we have TikToks with 20,000 views.
Yeah,
and
23.5 thousand views is our highest one.
But we have a couple. The one from this week I think is up to 6,000.
Yeah.
So listen, are we taking over the internet yet? Not yet.
Yeah. Oh,
but
no.
we're getting there. No, we're slowly but surely. We're making strides. We're making strides. That's all we can ask.
And you know what we need? You guys who are listening,
Right.
like it, share it, smash the subscribe buttons.
Exactly.
You guys are our vessels to success.
You texted me about your vessel the other day, and I didn't respond, and I thought it was awkward. So let's just not use that word. So you had
bump on my vessel.
You had good gigs.
Good gigs.
Carla's appendix was taken out.
Yep.
The bean, the bugger bean, was taken home from school. She's doing okay.
She's doing all right. She's recovering.
Otherwise, everything is copacetic.
Everything's copacetic.
Yeah.
I went to go see Louis C.K. on Saturday at the Garden.
Son of a gun! How was that?
What a great fucking show!
I'm just shocked that you did something socially that didn't fall on a Tuesday.
I know, right? Exactly.
I'm shocked.
I'm like, all right, I'll go see him at the Garden. But is he at the Cellar maybe Tuesday, so I can cancel the Herschy and Keegs show?
So you saw Louis C.K., local New York star Adrian Appalucci was on the show. I heard
she destroyed,
Killed.
She did a great job.
John
10 minutes.
Fish.
John Fish was up.
My
He did
fellow
a great
Jewish
job.
comic.
Yes, this is true.
Been here at Governor's many times, as Adrian Appalucci has been.
Adrian was phenomenal, though. I was so impressed with her. Like I know her and I know that she's funny,
Right.
but there were 30,000 people there who
Right.
may not know her, and
So
got to see her.
they added 10,000 seats for the show, is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. There was well, it's probably more because they live streamed it on Louis C.K. So there's probably a million people saw it.
if that's the case, it was millions. The
Yeah.
Garden, I think, is about a little under 20. But,
Okay, exactly.
I've never really seen a stand-up show in that type of forum. Honestly,
I never have one. I saw Larry the Cable Guy at Nassau
Okay.
Coliseum.
So you didn't see one either, then?
I didn't. So,
What you're saying.
so this was my first two then.
Okay.
But I didn't know how it would be conducive to a comedy, but I mean it's great. They put the stage smack dab in the middle. They have the whole show right on the jumbotron.
So is he in the round, like walking around, almost like Westbury?
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
It's more of like a square in the middle, but you
Okay.
walk around the stage and it's directly in the center of the floor.
And he just owned that shit.
He owned. Oh my god, his opening joke was so good. He's like, I'm sorry that I haven't made it easy for you people to be my fans for the last couple of years.
That's great.
He goes, every one of you in here has at least one person that doesn't know you're here tonight. It was great. It was the most perfect thing. He's like, if somebody's asking, what are you doing tonight? I'm just going to some comedy show,
He's brilliant and he's fearless and it looked for a little bit like he wasn't going to be able to come back from that whole thing, but then you're like, nah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, and then he sells out the most famous arena in the world.
The Mecca.
Yeah.
He sold out the Mecca.
Yeah, exactly. And dude, He's so brilliant that his last 20 minutes, all he did was read passages from the Bible.
That's
and,
it.
And killed for 20
Murdered.
minutes. It was ridiculous. It
Wow.
was very good. So I think it's still streaming on his website, louisck.com.
I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Promoting for him.
I wonder. I'll watch his if he watches mine.
Yes, exactly.
You think he's any shot that he's watching?
He's probably watching right now.
You think he might
Yeah,
be?
yeah.
All right, because I think he could benefit
Yeah.
from some Hershey and Keegs in his life.
Maybe he'll come on next week.
Do you notice there's a commenter on YouTube right now?
I was about to bring this to your attention here.
By the name of Mark Hirschman. But that means Max has hacked something of mine at the house, and he is commenting, saying, I must have said something about Jews because he just commented, "We're Jews." So that's good that the kid understands his identity. Yeah,
exactly.
But
And who is Coors Light?
I don't know who Coors Light is. I
They're
have no
dying
idea.
for Mike's attention, whoever it is.
I don't know.
Definitely not Jewish.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. Definitely not Jewish is right. I don't know who Coors Light is, but I know Max was telling a couple of his friends to watch the show tonight. I guess they're all big Gino Bisconti fans. So I think that's what came about.
Hello, Coors
You know,
Light.
there's usually some real sycophants that are commenting, and there's not tonight. It's a different group of people.
Yeah, Coors Light gave me diarrhea in college, in case you didn't know.
I would imagine that Coors Light gave you diarrhea in college many times.
Yes. Yeah.
I would assume it wasn't just an isolated incident.
No, not at all.
Yeah. But speaking of Gino Bisconti, he is coming on, or at least he's scheduled to come on tonight. He and Mikey are doing a very big show here at Governor's Comedy Club in a couple of weeks, a Valentine's Day spectacular.
Yep.
Gino,
February 10th.
Yeah, explain real quick before he comes on the gist of the show so our audience remembers.
Yeah, so the gist of the show is going to be it's a Valentine's couples comedy show.
Yep.
So all the comedians on the show are couples.
Okay.
So we
You and Carla.
me and Carla, I forgot her name for a minute.
Yes.
Me and Carla Okerson
Right.
are a couple.
Yep.
And according to her. Mm-hmm. And we have Bridget Kavanaugh and Dan LaRocco, who
Right.
were a couple, and they're not anymore. So that's cool because we have exes.
But they're cool with each other, though.
They're cool with each other now,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
had like kind of a tumultuous relationship, so that'll be
Oh,
fun.
I love that.
We have Claudia Bonavita and John Bonavita, who are
Okay.
a married couple who've been married for like 40 years.
Forever, those two.
So that's another thing.
Yeah.
We have Kathy Arnold and Emily Santosis.
Are they a couple?
Who was very spicy. They were like a dirty hookup couple.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
hooked up on New Year's Eve one year.
Wow.
And one's a lesbian and one's trans, and that's another wild.
Which
little-
one is which?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I'll
Okay.
I'll tell you that night.
Okay.
And
All
so,
right. I'm just making sure.
that's also what everyone's saying about me and Carla.
Right.
So,
Right. Why is Carla with Chaz Bono?
yeah, why is
we don't understand?
we weren't sure with Chaz Bono, but now he's
Yeah.
wearing a vest. So,
Yeah. How does Carla know Rosie O'Donnell? How did they meet?
and headlining will be our buddy who's coming on tonight, Gino Bisconti, and his girlfriend Keanu Thompson.
Right.
So they're another just currently dating couple.
That's phenomenal.
And Gino is here now.
That's
He's
terrific.
cool. He's in. And
What a great
just Let me
segue.
know when we can say hi to him. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
go
worked
ahead,
out
Mikey.
really perfectly.
Introduce,
Yeah, let me know when he's in, and I'll introduce him.
Tony will pop him up. We'll see him on the screen. We'll hear a little bit from Gino Bisconti from Compound Media
So
Radio.
Gino, before he comes on, I'll just introduce him a little bit. He is the host of In Hot Water on the Compound Media Network, which is Anthony Cumia's network.
Sure is.
And Gino's got his own show on there, and it's awesome. Gino is one of the funniest people I know.
He's a killer.
He is.
He's totally a killer.
He's a naturally funny and very interesting guy, and we're going to have some fun.
He's there.
And Gino is here. What's up, buddy? All right, good talk. No, he's coming in.
We're getting you. Don't worry. We always go through a little bit of there he is.
There he is. We see him now.
We see him. He's just see if you can cover my total face on the video.
No, that's on a delay. Don't
Yeah.
worry. It's all,
No
it's all
problem.
fixed. You're all set.
We're all good. Can you hear us, Gino? We just gotta
Oh,
make
we
sure.
don't. Hang on. We don't hear him.
All right.
I wonder if he hears us.
He wanted to make sure that Chrissy Mayer checked his sound.
Oh, there he
before-
goes. He's got his
putting the
headset on.
And we are here with Gino Bisconti.
What's
Look at Gino.
don't hear him.
All right. We'll get you
Raise
there,
your hand
Gino.
if you hear us, Gino.
He's trying to talk.
He's trying to talk. There he is. We see him.
I'm guessing it's on his end because I don't think he hears us.
Geez, for somebody who's a big proponent of free speech, we're not letting him talk
Right.
at all.
He's tapping.
We are canceling Gino.
No, we're gonna get Gino.
No, I'm kidding.
Now?
There we go. I heard
My
it.
man.
Oh, no. Well, please, because hopefully I sound really good compared to me being on my ghetto cell phone because I was doing the test. Like whenever I use this, which I have to use now in my camera there, it takes me 3 hours. So I set a new record for my boys, Herschy and Keegs.
No
Hour
problem.
and a half.
You are coming in crystal clear, buddy.
It's a shame my jokes aren't worth coming in crystal clear. Speaking of coming in crystal, I got that fucking video you sent me. Nothing. All right.
What's up, buddy? So, ladies and gentlemen, here is my buddy, the very funny comedian, host of In Hot Water on the Compound Media Network.
Sure.
Gino Bisconti, how are you, bud?
Keegs, as my father used to say, if I was doing any better, I couldn't stand it. It's been too fucking long, buddy. It's been too fucking long.
I know. I miss you, buddy.
Now, let me get you caught up. Done. All right, how about you go?
There you go. I've been good. We've been well. We've me and my buddy, this is Mark Hirschman. We've got our little podcast here. We've been going strong for about a year now here on Govs Radio.
Good for you. Dude, I love it there. I was there, forgive me. I was there, when we did my benefit show, or some show there, and I just jumped in the studio for 5 minutes. That's a great fucking studio. They do it right there, man.
It really is. They do a phenomenal job. We have Tony Walker in studio. He's our producer, the guy who runs everything over here. And they do a great job. And yeah, you were here for your benefit show. You had a compound show here. I came out to hang out for that one.
That was a fun time, Mikey.
Oh, always a fun time. And so yeah, all is well. And you ready for Super Bowl? Who do you like this year?
Dude, I'm ready for the Super Bowl. I'm always ready for the Super Bowl. I like the Eagles based on these two teams.
Yeah.
Andy Reid already won his. I think Jalen Hurts has 2 weeks to get healthy. Yeah. And I just think I didn't pay I'm a Charger fan. It's a nightmare. Okay. And they just lost 2 games today when Peyton signed with the Broncos. Because are we allowed to say Alex Spanius, the owner of the Chargers, is a cheap fucking spick? Can we say that?
I think we can, right, Mark?
Okay. Yeah, no, listen, everything goes, buddy.
Okay, because I didn't
anything goes.
Can I say because he acts like a kike?
That you could definitely say.
That you could definitely say, for sure.
We were saying that off air, remember? Not important. But yeah, that Chargers game was a nightmare. But here's the one thing: if you're going to watch sports, everyone that bitched about the referees in the Chiefs-Bengals game, stop it. Stop it, because the replay has ruined every pro sport. And when you play a game, I said this, you have to play better than the other team and better than the fucking refs. You do. That's part of the game. And the Bengals, all they had to do was go get a field goal, let the Chiefs go down and get a field goal, and then whoever gets a field goal in overtime, it hits the fucking over, hypothetically speaking, if it were 47.5. But yeah, the Bengals, all those weird fucking plays on that one drive that anyone that watched it knows what I'm talking about, they didn't score. And then for all that, the Chiefs didn't. For all the plays they're complaining the Bengals got screwed on, and then the Bengals had a chance to go down and kick the game-winning field goal, and they did.
And they did.
And then that linebacker had to push Pat Mahomes out of bounds. Had to push him out of bounds.
Yep.
Are you they get paid millions of dollars to not. All we're asking you to do is do what you do best. Be lazy. That's too much. But
goodness gracious.
But you know I'm right. And here's if I'm the Bengals next year,
is this your dad, Mike?
every 10 yards to prevent that from happening, every 10 yards, have a guy holding a banana. And the second, or a fat white chick.
Now Mark sees why me and Gino get along so well.
I was going to say, you guys have the same DNA.
We
are just pieces of shit. And but yeah, so yeah, I'm with you on the Eagles. I wanted to hear your opinion because Gino does Gino's picks. He handicaps the games.
Sure.
And I always follow his stuff there. So yeah, we're happy to have you here, and we were talking about the big show we have coming up February 10th.
Yeah, the big piece of shit night of stand-up comedy. I want to hear about that.
dude, it's gonna be great. Like, you sweet talked Keanu into coming. I'm like, hey, you want to go on a date at a comedy show? She's like, whatever, loser.
She couldn't give a shit, right?
I could give two fucks. She's still in the I've got her believing I'm a good guy phase. What could possibly go wrong?
You got another 6 months there, I think.
How do you get a woman like that? Hey, here's how you get hot chicks. Don't hit them. You don't hit them, guys. And you don't hit them hard. If you hit them too hard, they black out and lose the lesson. But you don't hit.
This is true. This is very true. And so Gino and Keanu are going to be headlining. I was talking before about the other comics. We have people on the show that are just dating, people that have been married for 40 years. We have a couple that just hooked up on a New Year's Eve, and they're a lesbian and a trans, and we have a little bit of everything. It's going to be fun.
Wow.
Sounds like you got a lot of everything with that last couple.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got a mouthful.
So you have a Q&A set up, you told me.
It's gonna be
I was thinking,
interactive,
what if you guys do a blindfolded kissing contest so that the woman gets kissed by 5 different men or maybe even 5 different women and has to figure out which partner is hers?
We're gonna join a precinct in Tennessee and do that, I think.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, I'm stealing that one, Mike. Anyway.
Thanks. But I like that idea. I like it. And then maybe it'll just be me and Gino. And before the crowd comes in.
You'll probably recognize each other's soft lips.
Yeah, we will.
He fooled me twice with that now, but whatever.
So how did you and Gino Visconti originally meet? What was the love connection? How'd that happen?
I think the first time was when we were doing a NFL football roast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That might have been the first time we met, maybe, and that was a while ago.
Then we did some stupid roast battle where, what is it? The roast battle where you're like making fun of whatever state you were from.
Yeah,
like you were roasting New Jersey.
Gino was Jersey, I was Long Island. Aaron Berg put it together.
Okay.
And your buddy, right? That's so. But so that was we did. The first roast was like a football roast where you represent the team that you like and you roast another team, and then me and Gino after that we did he represented Jersey and I represented Long Island, and then he beat the absolute shit out of me.
And where was that? That was in Compound Media? Where was that?
That was at Eastville Comedy Club.
Eastville in the city?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was New York Comedy Club at that point.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you're right. New York Comedy Club.
It was the same physical structure.
Exactly. Yep. You're right.
And then you guys just hit it off.
Yeah. We get along. We have.
We hit it off because we're normal dudes who like. There's too many comedians now. Hold on, my thing came unplugged. There's too many comedians now that. Like the comics table used to be at the Cellar when we used to give a fuck. It would be guys like Patrice and Louis C.K. and Nick DiPaolo and all these guys sitting around busting balls, having drinks. And now the comics table, don't get me wrong, it's not like my phone's ringing. Look, I have a fucking landline. It's not like my phone's ringing where they're asking me to go there, but the comedians that hang out there now, there's so many comedians that just want to talk about the craft and how they wrote a joke and me and Keegan are at the bar going like, yeah, here's to you fags.
Yeah, let's get drunk and call each other fags, and that's what we do now. All the comedians need a safe space and they want to be alt and exactly you want to talk about how creative you are in the craft like that. No, you know we're gonna get drunk and make fun of the minorities
and tickle each other's anuses.
There you go.
That's adorable.
And we're not racist. We're racial. We like to make racial jokes. We're not. There's no malice.
No
behind
malice. It. Never any malice from you at all. No. You're not bright enough to have malice.
Exactly. But we're like-minded, and Gino's a great guy. And
I can
seriously,
tell.
You know what it is with Gino. Also, like. It's funny because he's my friend, but he's also one of my favorite comics. Like I enjoy sitting in the back of the room and watching him and watching the crowd react to him, and I just enjoy his comedy.
So why don't next time we produce one of our shows, a Herschy and Keegs show, maybe we should have Gino close it out. What do you think of that?
Yeah, if Gino would be into it, we produce our own show. Like we do a live show once every couple of months here.
Sell it out every time. Cool 100 people in the giggle room.
Yeah. So if Gino would be down to close that out, we'd love to have him.
We lost him.
That's all right. We'll get him back.
Yeah.
But rest in peace, Gino Visconti.
No, that was cool.
You live a hard life and things happen. But
yeah. That was pretty cool.
But it was very cool, and hopefully if he comes back, that'll be great.
He's going to come back.
He's a good man and a great comic. All right. And we are going to have a blast. And our
I'm
buddy
excited
Tim
for the show.
Saliani, we love you, buddy. And we will see Tim on May 12th at Moriarty's in Yonkers.
Yes, Tim, you're going to slay there, Timmy.
Love you guys.
See ya. Be careful. Drive safe.
But yeah, hopefully we get Gino back. But How's everything going with you, buddy?
Everything is going good. I got to spend some time at my favorite place on Sunday. I'm sure you saw that I snuck off to Aqueduct, and it was really it was a delight to be able to drive there in a car that I wasn't worried about breaking down. And I had a really, really, really
Like
great...
a nervous breakdown?
Well, the nervous breakdown's happening regardless of what I'm driving.
Right.
But I had a really cool male bonding moment on the way to Aqueduct. It was just one of those moments that you remember forever. I was maybe about 3 or 4 blocks from... I was on the service road, getting off the Bell Parkway, approaching Aqueduct Racetrack, and I was approaching a light, and the car next to me was approaching the light, and in front of us, a car was speeding ahead, and you could tell that there were cameras. So this guy, if he was going to blow that light, cameras were going to be popping all over the place. Yeah. And sure enough, you saw the cameras just go off. It was like a heavy intersection in Queens. Yeah. We knew that was going to happen. Huh. So
did the lights kind of alert you to?
You could just they had this was. I'm telling you, they was so prominent the cameras, but you can actually see if it's dark enough. You can see like the lights pop. Yeah. So I'm sitting at the light and I'm shaking my head, and I turn next to me, and the guy next to me is doing the same thing. So I actually opened the window, and he did too, and we together just annihilated this guy.
Really?
We said every mean and hurtful thing about this. This guy was already gone already.
What kind of mean things did you say? Was he like ethnic or like?
No, I don't. That's not my style.
It's not in your nature.
I was like, what a fucking idiot! He just signed off on $150. He's like, yeah, that guy's a fucking putz. And
like two guys at the deli.
Yeah, two guys at the deli. Yeah. Hey, and no, we were just shredding each other.
Nice.
I mean, not each other.
We were shredding that guy with each other.
We could have shredded each other also.
Yeah, and then we pulled over and shredded each other.
Yeah, shredded.
Yeah, we turned each other into Swiss cheese.
But it was really cool, and for some reason, so I pulled into the track, and I felt like I had like a sense of bravado. I don't know why. I just felt like some reason that made me like I was like a tough guy.
Now I'm a man. Like I just had like an automotive male bonding thing. Like, and now I'm going to the track to do what men do also.
Exactly.
Bet on horses.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I felt like there was any level.
Giant erection.
I don't know why I could never do that no matter what I tried, no matter what. But yeah, so
give me a second. I think he's back.
Hang on. We might have Gino Bisconti.
All right. I mean, either way,
that'll be fun. But no, exactly. But how did you do at Aqueduct?
Not good.
Not good.
No, but it wasn't about that. You know, when I sneak off to
he's back.
And Gino is back. You hear us, buddy?
Yeah, that was definitely me. I don't know what's going on with my laptop. Excuse me, my internet. It's been going in and out the past couple days. I pay my bills. You got to believe me, but you guys, I'm sure you guys can handle it if I go in and out.
I think, we covered it.
Mike's used to having it in and out.
I'm used to having guys go in and out. He's got that right.
That's fine.
But the thing I was saying to defend guys like me and Mike, which are functioning alcoholics, is if you go on stage and joke about race, you're racist. And if you go on stage and joke about the the NFL is I can't watch ESPN and I can't watch Fox Sports anymore because they just suck the dick of the left and the narrative.
So much pandering.
That's all it is. And they can't wait to say, we got to cancel the game for DeMar Hamlin. No, you don't. You get paid millions of dollars. The kid barely got hit. You play the fucking game. And this is how little
he barely got hit. He got run over by a Mack truck.
He didn't even get hit that hard. That's what my father used to say when my mother was crying. But you didn't even get hit that hard. He didn't. You look, and he was getting CPR for 9 fucking minutes, which everyone's like, he's dead. Then you see whatever that shit is. We're getting trolled by someone, but the bottom line is the NFL says we care about these young men. You don't. I think they have a clause in closed door meetings called Ixnay on the Iggersnay. I swear.
Oh my God!
I swear.
What has happened here?
Because if they wanted to,
what has happened
they
to
were
my
going to
show?
screw over both
of those.
those
so hard
teams.
on this thing.
Are you losing me again? Are you?
No, we got you.
I'm hoping.
No, I'm sorry. But they what they could have done is even after they canceled the game to show that they care. And by the way, I sure hope that EMT worker that resuscitated him for 9 minutes was vaccinated. I sure hope he was vaccinated because then they can't wait to suck the dick saying, and how about these EMTs? How about all the ones out of fucking work? because you fucking fired him. And they just lifted that shit today. Thank God for fucking red people. They just fucking lifted that shit today.
There you
they're
go.
like, oh yeah,
Gino,
you fired them all.
Yeah.
Are you of the belief that DeMar Hamlin was milking it that night?
Milking it? No, I'm of the belief DeMar Hamlin basically died that night. He's on a ventilator somewhere, and they're fucking pretending he's okay at that game.
Well, I was of the belief that he could have milked it a little bit, to motivate the team a little bit.
Right.
Like the guy's doing jumping jacks 2 days later, and
the
Bills eat it for 2 games.
Well, it's funny. Mike and I were talking about it right when it happened, and as soon as he was starting to get well, of course, it was exciting that he was getting well. But if you remember all those championships that my Yankees won in the '90s and 2000, they always had a rally cry. It was always that Paul O'Neill's father died, or Joe Torre's brother died,
Joe Torre's sister got raped in a alley.
Yeah, well, no, that was last
Joe
year.
Torre's brother, and he died.
You know what I'm saying, though? So, like, they always had a rally cry as to why they were going to win the championship. And once DeMar Hamlin started getting well, the Bills had fizzled out.
Yeah,
by
they
that
should have
point.
wrapped him up like E.T., let him like barely give a thumbs
Yes.
up, motivate the team, but
Right.
no, he's in the locker room.
Like a little Mike Utley thumbs
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's no motivating a bad team. They were out-coached.
Yeah.
They lost Brian Dable, and fucking Josh Allen, who I love, fucking has taken a step back every fucking season since. And the Chargers, who are too fucking smart for the rest of the fucking NFL, passed on Brian Dable and took Brandon Staley, who, oh my God, thank God this is how dumb. They're all arrogant pricks in the NFL.
And that's what
The
it is.
owners think we're
Look,
too
Brian
stupid
Dable
to
leaves,
notice.
and look at Daniel Jones now.
I think that Gino
Yeah.
should take this show to WFAN. I think he has the knowledge.
Oh,
you might have to kibosh an F-bomb here or there, but I think he can.
How long would I last on
No, but I'm saying if you were able to kibosh the F-bombs, you'd have the best show on WFAN right now.
I did a show once in Philly, and there's a guy out there. You might have heard of him. His name's Angelo Cataldi, and he's a pinhead. And he's that typical guy that talks loud, and I'm loud, and I'm Italian, and blah. We love sports in Philly, but he's been doing it forever. And 2 stories about him that prove he's a mook. And the second one, the second one happened later than the first, but the second one was when the this is why I like the Eagles as well. It's easy to root for Jalen Hurts. He's a good fucking kid. He came out of college, if you follow football, and he was drafted in the 2nd round when they still had Carson Wentz, and they loved him, blah, blah, blah. And everyone in Philly, they get her up in arms. And Cataldi tries, because again, they love these guys, but they want to make them look like the idiots they are. And Cataldi says, hey, what do you think of all the controversy with you going with the number 2 pick over the past 2 days? And Jalen Hurts goes, I haven't heard anything. Oh, he fucking Django'd that motherfucker. But he's such a meathead. So one time years ago, I'm in Philly and there's another comic, Joe Conklin, who's a Philly comic, but he works with Cataldi. Mm-hmm. And one time I'm on the air. Before we go on the air, he shows a picture of Donovan McNabb on the back of the Philadelphia Daily News, and he's not wearing a shirt. And he goes, you see this? And I said, what is that, National Geographic? And we just start laughing because we're laughing. We're off the air. And Cataldi goes, yeah, but, and right before we go, he's like, yeah, don't do any jokes like that on the air. I'm like, I won't, but it was funny. Yeah, but don't. Yeah, I won't, but it was funny, right?
But it was funny.
And so then every fucking time I'm talking about the Eagles, I'm like, this stupid nitwit, this silly nincompoop, this shipless nitwit, and he's just diving at the fucking dump button every time.
On the verge of a heart attack, yeah.
So you and Gino, you do a lot of church gigs together, is that right?
Idiots
That's
at
how
the
we
fan.
Yep.
I talked on you. What?
No, Mark said, yeah, me and Gino met doing church gigs.
I think you guys belong on a couple of church gigs on Long Island together. I think you can do that.
Kids' parties are working on a Nickelodeon pilot.
I think that
we're booked at Temple Emmanuel.
if the show has not been sold out yet for the Valentine's Day show, I'm thinking that Gino's appearance is going to put it over the top.
It will,
because people are going to be in for a treat. This is going to be something that's never been done before with the couples and the kissing and all that wackiness.
Yeah,
and Q&A sessions and Now, is there going to be any straight comedy that's going on?
Yeah, everybody's going to do some time. Everybody's going to do. All the couples are going to do like each person's going to do about 7 minutes. Gino and Keanu obviously going to do a little more time. They're headlining, and then after that, the audience is going to try to guess who the couples are. Then they can throw out some questions, share some dating nightmare stories.
Keanu Thompson, not to be confused with what I had said before when I thought you were referring to Kenan Thompson.
Yeah, when I told Mark earlier, he thought you were dating Kenan Thompson.
I wish. It's fucking that cold fish. But Keanu will tell you that used to happen to her all the time. Like she'd
Really?
like go on. They'd be like, "You're not Kenan Thompson." No, I'm not. I'm not Kenan Thompson.
That happened to me once. I was doing a week at the Borgata, and they accidentally tagged Keegan Michael Key on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And people
Never
got
thought of
tickets to
that.
go see Keegan Michael Key, and
Yeah.
started trashing me. I'm like, I had nothing to do with it.
I'm Keegan Michael Keegan.
Yeah, exactly.
I sucked before you knew who I was. What?
I believe that you not only spent the week at the Borgata, but I believe you spent the last week at the Borgata before they changed bookers. Is that
yeah,
correct?
yeah, I think it was my fault.
No, am I correct?
No, that was you're thinking of Tugboat Manny.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's right. You spent the week there when Richie Minervini was booking at the time.
Yeah, yes.
Who were
Yeah,
you there
I
with?
did 2 different weeks. I did a week with Jeff Norris, and I did a week with Richie Byrne and Chris Roach.
Wow.
It was fun. Fun club.
You've really made a name for yourself in this business, buddy.
Yeah, that was 8 years ago, and then I've done nothing since.
But you've done this podcast, and we're kicking ass and taking
That's
names.
right.
Gino Bisconti on this week, Chris Monty on next week.
That's right.
This
Chris
is no-
Monty.
Yeah.
Love him. Love him.
Yeah, he's great. We got a show with him here.
Me and Mikey are going to be performing with him on Sunday the 19th. It's me, Mikey, and Monty's friend Irvin Lawrence. What's his name?
I thought it was Lori Laughlin.
You know Irving Loring? Irwin Loring? Is that his name?
Yes.
No. Does he
No.
do LOL on the regular? Then I don't know it.
No, I think he got asked. No, I think he's in Delaware or something. It's a hotbed of comedy.
I think so.
He's
That's
a-
what all of our fans were saying. When are you guys doing a show with Irvin Loring?
Yeah.
Who you gotta fuck to get a Loring gig? Yourself.
You do-
gotta fuck yourself.
Yeah, when is that Loring gig rolling around?
Well,
I don't know if you heard before we lost you before, but like I was saying, Gino, he's a good friend of mine,
Yeah.
but one of my favorite comics. Like
Yeah.
even before I was like really getting into comedy,
Sure.
I was a fan of watching him on stage. I love
course.
and he during COVID had the best catchphrase that COVID is just the flu with a better publicist.
I got
Oh,
the
wow.
stickers everywhere.
Stickers, shirts is my favorite thing.
And
that took off.
It really it really was fucking polarizing when it first started, but it's like I snapped when they pulled out the hydroxychloroquine thing because I dated a girl. Like I'm 54. I never back then I was 51 back then. I had never not trusted the government. You know whoever the terrorists did 9/11, fucking Oswald, Chuck. I don't care. But when they and I thought I was gonna die because I was paying attention, and they said 95% of everyone in the world is going to get COVID at some time. They said that at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then they started changing stories. And when they said hydroxychloroquine, remember when our boy Trump goes hydroxychloroquine? And they're like, no, it'll kill you.
Yeah.
That's when I knew they were lying, because I used to date a chick, and they'll never find her body. But I used to date a chick. They're going to look. No, and she's still doing, but she still has to this day lupus. She had it when we started dating. Lupus is the most autoimmune of autoimmune disorders.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's the body attacking itself, and she was frail in the late 90s when I was dating her, and now it's 30 years later, she's fucking still healthy. She's traveling the world. She has a fucking 18-year-old, but she had lupus. And you know what they give you for lupus? You know what they give you for the most autoimmune disease in the world?
Hydroxychloroquine.
Yep.
You know how often you take it?
Every day.
How long? And for how long?
31 years.
The rest of your fucking life.
Yeah.
That's right.
But they want you to believe, if me or any of you guys or anyone that's healthy or was healthy takes it for 2 weeks, they'll die.
Exactly.
You're like, they're lying. That's a lie. And that's when I knew follow the science was bullshit. I shouldn't say knew. That's when it became obvious, because it's not follow the science. It's follow your common sense. And when you say to yourself, okay, that can't be right. And all the science they have you follow, they just show you these stats that no one can read. And you're like, it's not follow the science. It's my mother said it. She was a teacher for 40 years. And she said, when schools get money, they give it to stupid kids. And you got these fucking retards. No offense, Keegan. You got these fucking retarded people that are like, I'm smart. I listen to Dr. Fauci. Yeah, but you didn't ask any questions. Well, you're stupid. The beauty of it is, I talk about it in my act now. It's like when you're in a comedy club, you're in a safe place because no one cares. I said, enjoy it in here, because when you go out there, all they want us to do is make us think we hate each other. And I said, none of you walked in here, did you? And said, hey, can I sit with the unvaccinated? Can I sit with the Democrats? Can I sit with the white people? Well, me and Mike asked to sit with the white people, but everyone else.
But we were doing that for years. I mean,
Right.
We were way before COVID. We were way out ahead of this one, Mike. I told him.
yes.
But yeah, it's such bullshit, but it is. And now all these countries are saying, yeah, it's the flu. It's the flu. Stop it.
Exactly. Yep, and I completely agreed. Even though Carla was hesitant to get vaccinated for a long time.
That's right.
And I loved it because she wasn't allowed to go anywhere
Right.
when
It
she
was
wasn't
perfect.
vaccinated.
Saved you money in the
saved
long
me
run.
$37,000.
That's right.
Yeah,
You had to go to City Cellar with her or anything like that.
exactly.
Did she? Because Keanu ended up getting vaccinated, and she wasn't happy about it, and like she's
Yeah.
fine, and she makes fun of me because I try and get her to take these weird supplements because I read a lot of stuff about it, and not like fucking, but I'm telling you guys, quercetin, you take that and NIC, and whether you had COVID. Or I should just say, if you got the spike protein, which everyone must have gotten either through the vaccine or COVID. And by the way, they did a study, and 80% of people that sit there and say, I got vaccinated and never got COVID, in a study, 80% of those people had COVID before they ever got vaccinated and didn't even know because it's such a fucking CUNTY pussy disease.
Yeah.
So
the last time I had it, because I've had it
Many times.
couple dozen times.
I've never tested positive, but I know I've had it twice. I mean,
Yeah.
like the flu. I interrupted.
No, exactly.
Mike, I'm sorry, but
I only found out I had it because I was getting a
AIDS test.
An AIDS test. No, I was getting my hernia.
Good one, buddy.
I was getting a hernia repaired, and they made me take a COVID test
Right.
before surgery, and they said, "Oh, you tested positive." I'm like, I feel fucking fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a sniffle.
Nothing. Picture of health.
Yeah.
But you're that guy that's like in the hospital with COVID, though. That's how they do the stats, because they test you for COVID, and no matter what you went in for, if you have COVID, like you went in for a hernia operation. Nope, you are in the hospital with COVID.
Exactly.
Well,
if
hold on.
they botched that hernia operation, oh, he died of COVID.
Well, let's just clarify that there was another episode where Mike was in the hospital with COVID.
The first time I had it, it was a little rough.
So let's just make sure we hit the fact
Hey,
rate.
let me do this stupid joke. How'd you get the hernia? I know it wasn't from carrying. I fucked it up. I got so excited.
Let's do it.
Do it
over.
again.
Do
Slow
over.
it down. Go ahead.
How'd you get the hernia? I know it wasn't from carrying this show.
Oh,
You would have done
you know
more.
what?
There you go.
That's a Mark Hirschman joke if I
I
ever
like
saw
it.
one.
Sympathy laughing. I'll fucking
I
take
like it.
Fuck you guys.
I like it a lot.
I tripped over my tongue. I was in such a hurry.
We'll edit it out.
Yeah.
Nah.
As in most of the
Let
stuff.
me eat a dick on the air. They're used to it.
Good shit, man. We're very appreciative that you came to the show tonight, buddy. And I'm going to try to pop down on the Valentine's Day show.
Yeah, come down.
Simply
come
to see Gino Bisconti perform.
Yeah.
That would be my only reason.
Yeah.
Um,
my whole family's coming. Like, my aunt's coming in from Rochester, not just for the show. She's coming to visit my mom and stuff. But all my aunts, my mom and dad are going to be there.
Yeah.
So it'll be.
They'll all be in their Hershey and Keegs merch.
They'll be all
the
be in
one
there.
shirt that they bought, they're just going to share.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Do it.
Awesome.
But yeah, it'll be
Good
fun.
stuff. Gino, thanks for coming on, brother. We appreciate it. I look forward to meeting you for the first time in February. And
February 10th.
if you'd like, we can talk down the road about maybe you headline one of our Hershey and the Keegs special shows.
Please make that happen.
Yeah,
And I'll
every
see you
couple
guys
months
on the
we
10th,
do
and
it.
Try
We-
and get down for it. It'll be great, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, we do every couple months. We do a live comedy show that we produce, and yeah, well, we'd love to have you close.
Awesome,
it out.
man. Thanks,
We'll
brother. We
finalize
appreciate
on
it.
the 10th.
Yep, perfect. Sounds good, man.
Good.
Yeah, can't
All
wait
right.
to hang out with you, and follow Gino Bisconti on social media and watch him on In Hot Water and on the Compound Media Network. He's the best. You're gonna love him.
Awesome. Thanks, brother. Appreciate
Kiss
it,
Carla
man.
for me, Mike. Love you, buddy.
Certainly will. Take
Thanks,
care, brother.
pal. Take
Love
care.
you, man.
Later, gentlemen.
All right,
Good
Uncle
night.
Gino Bisconti. Give
Uncle
it up
Gino.
for him. We love
I meant
Gino.
to ask that. You had you referred to him as Uncle Gino. What was the derivation of that? I wasn't sure of what
It's a lot of people call him Uncle Gino.
I know, but like I
I don't really know
understand
the
that, but-
derivation. We should have probably asked them that.
Yeah, it's okay.
We call his daddy, his Uncle Gino. You know, he's
I
got a lot
gotcha.
of stuff going on.
I you know what I like is that you have. The truth is, you haven't been performing for that long. You're going on 10 years or so, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And yet you have managed to gain the respect of some pretty heavy hitters, which I think is a testament to who you are as a lover.
as a lover and
Yeah, but-
I'm a generous lover.
Seriously, though, I think that people have respect. I don't know if it's as much, maybe it's a combination of the fact that you are a good performer, but I think you form a relationship with these people when you meet with them, when you hang out with them
Yeah.
in green rooms and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. Gino's been good to me. Like I said, the first time I met him, we were doing this roast where it was dumb. Like everyone, it was actually a lot of fun. It was everyone represented a football team, and then you roasted over. So that was fun. But when me and Gino really bonded, like he was saying, we did another roast where he represented Jersey and I represented Long Island, and he's a way more experienced comedian than me. He is a biting roaster, like just a phenomenal
he's
writer
sharp. You can
and
tell.
super sharp at roasting. But I stood toe to toe with him, and it was actually kind of close. The judges had it kind of close, and it was him and Aaron Berg. They were friends at the time. Now they fucking hate each other. But,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they used to both host the show in Hot Water on Compound Media.
Yeah, so what-
they had a falling out, and Berg had a falling out with the network, and now he's on Gas Digital.
So they had a falling out on the show. Was it like
I was kind of behind the scenes more.
Okay.
But and Berg also had a falling out with Kumia and with the whole network.
I mean, I can see though he's a pretty opinionated guy.
He's very opinionated, and he rubs a lot of people the wrong way. And if you know Gino, obviously you saw it tonight. You know, he says exactly what's on his mind.
Right.
He pushes the envelope.
Sure.
But he is the first person, like I said, to give you the shirt off his back.
Yeah.
Nicest guy in the world. He's had a tough life.
I would take the shirt off his back if it didn't say "I hate Jews." I don't want that shirt.
If it didn't have a swastika on it,
I wouldn't want that shirt. It's cold, snowy. I was like, I'll just go without the shirt.
Exactly.
I'd be okay.
But exactly. But he loves everybody. Like I said,
that's cool.
There's no
That's
malice.
cool.
We joke around. We make
little-
racial stuff.
little
There's no
racism between
malice.
friends.
We love the blacks. And but he's had his confrontations with a lot of other very recently he's had a couple. He's had him and Kevin Brennan got into a fight.
I heard he got slugged by Kevin Brennan. Yeah.
Kevin Brennan like tore apart the studio at Compound Media.
Good.
And Pat Dixon hit him pretty hard at
nice.
at a bar by the studio there too.
All right, so maybe I'll keep it 10 feet away from him while I don't want to get caught in any
Just don't be
crossfire.
too Jewy around him.
No,
That's
too whiny.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I shouldn't ask him for a little nosh. No good.
But good guy,
that
really
was
good
cool.
guy, and like you said, he says things that are controversial.
Yeah,
for
no,
example,
good. No,
but
that
he's
was
a good
great.
guy.
That's the last time I'll be on.
We'll edit those.
What I was going to say is, you were talking about football, and something happened during football on Sunday. I wanted to run past you. So I was at someone's house watching the game. The person that was near me watching the game at the time was not someone I really knew. I had just met. And as the game started, they played the national anthem on the TV, and I was sitting there, and the guy, he stands up in the house. He's standing up watching that, and he kind of gives me like a glance, like, "You're going to stand up?" And I was not going to stand up, and I'm the first one to stand up at a professional game. I'm not kneeling. I'm not running into the somewhere else. But I didn't feel like
when you're in your home.
I was in someone's home. I was actually making a condolence call at someone's house.
All right.
Did I breach? Should I be standing
I think
up?
if it's a home where they do stand for the national anthem, I think you should kind of respect.
What do you mean a
it.
home that they do stand? When you watch games at home with your family, you stand up?
I don't, but my grandfather did.
Uh-huh.
And he's a proud World War II veteran. So he did. When
You and your friends, when you're normally sitting around the
no,
couch,
we don't. No.
jerking each other off, do you guys stand up to watch?
No,
the
we
game?
usually have our hands and mouths full.
No, it just to me it seemed
I
nobody
don't-
else was standing. It
Yeah,
was
no,
just,
exactly.
It was this fella.
Did he say anything or just gave you?
No,
a
he gave me a passing glance. I'm like, I'm not
no,
standing.
exactly.
Like, not because it's just on TV. Like, it's not.
Yeah, I think that
I'm a patriot.
I don't do it. And yeah, listen, we're patriots. I love this country as much as the next person.
Yeah.
I'm a flag waving.
You are flag waving.
I'm a fag
You're a
waving.
fag. You are a fag waving the flag.
I'm
a fag waving the flag.
Excuse me, I am a
COVID.
fag waving
That's
the flag.
emphysema.
And
but do you think
but
I was
do
wrong,
not
though?
stand at home. I don't think you're wrong, but I think if it were me and I saw the head of the household
This wasn't the head of the household. This was just a guy there.
Oh, he didn't own the house.
No.
Oh, then fuck him.
No. This is another
you're not
guy.
obligated. No.
He was just another guy in the same situation that I was in.
Oh, if he owned the house, then yes.
No.
Then you're not.
We just happened to be both watching the same TV. There was a lot going on.
No, then I look at him like, I get it. You voted for Trump, you know?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it wasn't
Trump?
about...
Who the hell is
It wasn't about President Trump. It wasn't about Bubba Gump.
The fourth stooge was Shrump.
It wasn't about Shrumpy. It wasn't about that.
I voted for Shrump.
I'm like, why are you so drunk at a condolence call? President Trump? It wasn't about that. It was I'm like, I'm not getting up. There's no one else in the whole house.
I would
is
not,
up.
and especially at a condolence call.
Yeah.
Yes, a condolence call.
Right.
And no, you're not obligated.
Thank you.
And screw that guy for expecting anyone else to do it.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate
as
it.
proud of an American as I am.
Yeah.
You know, this is where I get to relax. I'm in a house watching.
I'm on a house.
If I'm amongst other people, where there's somebody in front of me actually performing,
right,
I respect it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're not wrong.
So that was one awkward
And this
moment
is
I
a
had.
Trump supporter.
You are a
telling
big
you.
shrump. You're a big jumbo shrump. That was so that was one awkward moment, and then I had another awkward moment because they happen to me all the time. This happened in Rite Aid a couple of days ago. Now, you know how I am. I'm a little bit of a fucking neurotic lunatic, and there are certain things that are pet peeves that bother me that probably don't bother everyone else, and maybe they shouldn't bother me, but they just do. And I'll tell you one of them. Whenever I'm in a Target or Rite Aid or any store and someone says to me, "Do you work here?" That bothers me. Like, I'm in there, I have work, like black slacks on, I have like my Hunter Business School jacket on, like there's nothing about me that shows that I work in Rite Aid.
Yeah, exactly.
So
but you do look like a general manager.
I guess. I mean, that's fine, but like, just if you're that person who's going to ask if you work here, shouldn't just take a little bit of an extra look.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Just give me a look over.
Find somebody that you know definitely works there.
Yeah,
not
but
do you work here?
This woman who asked me, she wasn't 100. I can understand if she was blind with with cataracts, like glaucoma, like one glass eye, like the guy from Moriarty's. It wasn't
Nice
like that.
callback. Yeah.
Thank you. So this lady, she sees me and she's like, "Do you work here?" And I was like, "No, I don't work here." That was it. That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going shopping, was looking for nuts. Actually, I was looking for pistachio nuts.
And then he was.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was gonna get a snack also. Hey-o. So I wound up circling around the store, and guess who bumps into me again? And like she didn't even see me, she says, "Where's the bread?" Verbatim. That was what she said. "Where's the bread?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Like, and I was angry at this point.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know? Yeah, I was pissed off. So what do you know? Still shopping. I don't know why. I feel like I was in Rite Aid for 45 minutes. How much shopping do you do in Rite Aid?
Yeah, really.
But I kept on running into this lady. So then I'm online with my goods. It was I had to get my mom something. I think she wanted I think she wanted Tic Tac. I don't know what, some sort of candy I got her. So I'm online and
That's
fucking
the candy you feed your mother.
I don't remember what it was. I can't remember what it was. So I'm just saying Tic Tacs. Anyway, she was in front of me, this woman, and she turns around online and she says, "Do you want to go in front of me? You only have a couple of things." And I said to her, "No, I work here." And that was it. And I didn't go in front of her, and I waited to let her pay for her shit, and that was the end of our relationship. But like once, okay, I'll let it pass. The second time, you know where the bread is? Like,
exactly.
You got to figure your shit out.
No, absolutely. So I shouldn't ask you if there was like a self checkout. Can you ring this up for me and
Oh,
put it
I
in
was
the bag?
just so peeved about it. I don't know why. It just left me fucking sour. It just left me sour.
No, I don't like people that approach me.
Yeah, no one should approach you.
No.
You know what didn't leave me sour this weekend was a special delivery to my home from our show friend Ronnie Schnell, our good friend.
Love Ronnie
Why did I call him
Schnell.
a show friend? He's
He's
just a friend.
He's
very showy. He's very show-offy. No, he's not.
Like Ronnie walks in, "Hey boys, how are ya?" Mark Hirschman.
I have something for you. So Ronnie just strutted in on his show. It's just very showy. But he texted me the other day. He's like, hey, can I drop something off at your house? What's your address? And so I give him my address. And then maybe 2 days later, it was Sunday morning. And he's like, I'm going to be at your house in about 10 minutes. I'm dropping something on your porch. And I'm like, I want to say hi to Ronnie. I'll be outside. I was home. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't have to pick up Max from baseball till 11. Yeah. So Ronnie comes over and we're bullshitting out front. You know how Ronnie is a collector. He's a record collector and he works as is he a doorman? A doorman in the city. So he's always picking things from garbages and selling them.
Is that what doormen do?
Well, I don't think that's what he gets paid to do.
I don't know how that relates to one another.
No. What happens is, when you're a doorman, you take care of the people and you get tips from them and you.
He's a plumber, so he's always arranging bouquets of flowers and.
He's a doorman, so he was massaging the lady on 4B. He's massaging her, no. So what happens is, I don't know. I guess that people throw their shit out in the dumpsters and he goes diving in them. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what happens. But I just know that Ronnie, if you see his
job
Facebook
description
page,
of a doorman.
No. So Ronnie was making quiche for the lady on 76, the 76th floor, and no, I don't know what he does exactly. I just know that he has a lot of stuff. He has he sold a stroller the other day that somebody was throwing out, and he posts it like garbage found. Something money made or something.
Garbage found, money made. That was an old adage.
Yeah.
Garbage found is money made.
That's an old wives' tale. Yeah. But anyway, let's get to the fucking story as to what he was at my house. He hands me a bag, and he's like, I hope you like it. And I
hope you like this bag.
I hope you like my bag, you fag. And
here's some nuts.
So do you work here? So what happens is I open it up, and it's 20 glasses wrapped in newspaper from Saratoga, Belmont, Aqueduct, like old glasses from like the Belmont Stakes, and they're probably worth money. I mean, they have like names of old horses on them.
Wow,
it's just they're cool as fuck.
That's awesome.
Like they're super
That's very
cool.
Thoughtful. Too.
Yeah. So it
Did
really
he
was
have
a nice
them, or he just
no. I
them,
think
or?
it would. He either, I think he was teaching a Zumba class at the place, and someone gave it to him.
I can't wait till the next time I see somebody like picking through the trash. Oh, is that a homeless man? No, he's a doorman.
I just know that he got the stuff.
Somebody rifling through my garbage. Oh, that must be a doorman.
I think he actually bought these from me at like a trading place, like a Army and Navy store or something like that.
Oh, really? Oh, so he was
Old Navy. Old Navy. They sell old
Navy,
glasses in Old Navy. What kind of weird shit is that?
So he was in the store, thought of you when he saw them.
I don't know exactly how it came about. I just know that he saw something, knowing that I'm a horse racing lover, and he purchased them or took them or found them, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The point is that he did something very nice for me.
That is very nice. It's super thoughtful.
It was appreciated, and it left me feeling very good. And I think we talked about Ronnie once before on the show, and now I'm going to talk about him again, saying he's a terrific guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
If he ever wants to get me anything, I like thick Puerto Rican girls.
Yeah, well, he already found you one in the dumpster a long time ago.
If he ever finds one.
You already have one. Hey, I found Carla from Mike.
Oh man, good guy, Ryan. That is a very thoughtful.
He's a fucking great guy. We bullshitted for a while, and just what there are some people, and as I get older, it's more people than not. As you saw by me leaving the Christmas party after 3 minutes the other day. Yeah. I just don't always want to talk to people anymore. Yeah, no. Ronnie's the kind of guy that I could have talked to him all day. Like we just we connect, Yeah. So here's to you, Ronnie. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. So a lot of ups and downs, as you can tell. There was like the lady with the bread and the and the asking me, and then there was that
doorman.
Exactly. There was that.
The dumpster diving doorman.
I'll close off on one that we went out for dinner the other night. Me, Stacy, and the kids went to Japanese hibachi over in Hicksville,
as opposed to Russian hibachi.
Yeah, well, no, we were going to go to the Romanian hibachi, but they were all booked up.
Yeah.
So we go there, and Stacy orders from Max. Max likes the fake sushi, which is like it's not like the fishy sushi. It's like sushi, but it's rice and avocado and whatever. So this is like a classic Stacy Mark story. So there's the 6 rolls, and then there's something that looks like a clump of avocado just loose on the thing. And I've never had a real sushi, a fake sushi. I don't touch any of that shit. I want no part of it whatsoever. Yeah. So Stacy reaches over and takes the little clump of avocado and eats it, and before you know it, her face is matching her red hair. Her face is on fire. And she puts it out in a tissue, and she's drinking water, and the next thing you know, she's screaming at me, "Why did you fucking tell me that was wasabi?" And I'm like, how the fuck would I know anything about wasabi? I know nothing about.
Have you people not lived under a rock for 30 years?
But I wouldn't know what that was. Yeah. But the funny thing, I'm like, you're yelling. I wouldn't know what that is in a million years. I don't know what wasabi is.
But it's your fault that she.
So I got blamed. So
oh my god, yeah,
I got blamed for the
that
wasabi.
That happened to my grandmother one time years ago. We got sushi, and my grandmother, who was elderly at the time, ate the big thing of wasabi and died and passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah, wow.
But and I was also at a hibachi restaurant one time.
Yep.
And you know the hibachi chefs, sometimes they'll like throw a piece of shrimp in your mouth.
Oh yeah, shrimp.
They'll show
President Trump in your mouth. Yeah.
They'll throw like a shrimp in your mouth.
Yeah, a little broccoli slice or something. Yeah.
Some guy was walking out of the restaurant, and the hibachi chef takes a clump of wasabi and throws it at him, and the guy just opens his mouth and catches it, thinking it's like broccoli or shrimp or something.
What?
And the guy, I'm like, what a piece of shit. This guy was pissed.
Pissed.
The guy was absolutely
pissed. That's a drive-by wasabi.
What a piece of shit this guy was. Exactly. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
The guy that,
right. Perfect, Tony.
Exactly. Good
perfect. Our producer, hard at work. Yes, sir.
But the wasabi is very spicy. Hey, before we go,
yes, sir.
Speaking of food,
okay.
Are you a fan of the hot meal at a fair price?
Yes, I am.
I had lunch. I had lunch yesterday. There's a new pierogi place in Belmore.
Okay.
Pierogi Bites.
Pierogi Bites in Belmore.
Very affordable, and the best pierogies I've ever had. Kielbasi they have. Hunter stew, which is one of my favorite things.
What's the word again?
Hunter stew.
Hunter. What does that consist of?
It's like it's mushrooms with cabbage. Okay. And sauerkraut.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Kielbasa.
Okay.
All mixed up in a stew.
Yeah.
So good. And I recommend this place. It's a.
It just popped up. What was there before it? Like what was
it? Used to be some kind of ethnic place. And,
now you want to be PC? Now you want to be PC?
Exactly.
Like the fucking Gino Bisconti
I can't
ruined us forever.
Yeah, exactly. But it was right across the street from my office, and it had just opened. I've been dying to try it, and it was so good. Pierogi Bites.
All right, Pierogi Bites.
And the Big Cheese also just opened. The Big Cheese, it's a grilled cheese truck. Actually, a friend of mine owns it.
Okay.
It's going to be on the corner over by Grand Avenue in Belmore.
Wow.
She's going to be out there. She makes chopped cheese, grilled cheese, mac and cheese, all kinds of good stuff.
All kinds of cheese.
All kinds of cheese. There's a theme there.
I got it. Okay.
But if you see the Big Cheese truck, go there, get some cheese, and mention my name.
I mean, I think I'm going to head over for some cheese and pierogies.
Cheese and pierogi. It doesn't get any better than that.
No. And then I'll stop to see if I can get a valve replacement after that.
Do you work here?
Really good.
Yeah.
All right. Here we are. Here we are. An hour later.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like that.
That went by.
Boy, that was like a fucking roller coaster with no seatbelt, huh?
It was
son of a gun.
Yep. It was.
Yeah. But this will be our last show.
Touch and go at a few moments.
It was there. Plug what you got to plug, and let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, seriously. February 10th in the Giggle Room here at Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Tickets on sale at govs.com. It's the Valentine's Day couples comedy show. Come on out. Get some tickets for that. We're going to be the 19th. We're going to be here in the Giggle Room with Chris Monty, who will be our guest here next week. Not going to want to miss Chris Monty.
And not only that, I got a text from Chris Monty telling me that, hey, I'm going to be on your show next week, and I'm also going to make sure that we're taking a call in from Irving Lawrence.
Ooh.
So I guess if Monty tells us that, we got to do it.
Monty tells us.
Yeah.
So strap in, folks. If you thought Gino Bisconti was something,
right,
wait till Irving Laria comes in.
That's right. That's right. Ira Lara is coming on tomorrow.
Wait till Washington Irving comes.
That's it. Very
Who the
good.
hell is that guy?
Yeah.
No, but we're going to have fun with Irving.
Thanks, guys.
Fun with Irving is the name of the show, actually. We're going to
That's
change
right.
the name of All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening.
We love you.
Share it with your
See you
friends.
next
Not
week.
this
Share.
one, but the next episode.
Next week. This one's going to be banned, most likely, from YouTube.
Thank you.
Thanks. Love you. Bye.